Okay, we're at episode 6 of Love You Teacher, and since we know that the CD that Pop Mac wrote, the music that he wrote on the CD was initially the only thing that could bring Solar back without him sleeping, but Pop Mac accidentally broke that CD. So now he's recreating that music. It's been a while since he even touched the guitar thanks to his mother, but thanks to Z's helping him. He's helping him getting through the notes and see if he still got it. But unfortunately, each note that he played doesn't sound like... I want to know how, Perth actually did that. He's good at playing the guitar, but pretending that he's not good, that is so cool. Z sees that he's not getting the notes right, so he asks Pop Mac, he used to be good at music. What happened? We all know it's the mother, but Pop Mac made an excuse saying that his school life was intense, so he had to quit one, and which was music. But in my opinion, we did admit that you were jealous and you never liked this boy because of his mother thinking that Z was perfect, right? So why not tell him that, hey, the reason I quit was because my mother didn't want me to do this and that? I think Z would understand. Why are you hiding that part? But I guess, in the humanity world, not everyone should know about your business, so I get it. Then Pop Mac's mother called. He looked at the phone. That story is like, I was going to pick up, but something got me to pick up. This was this moment. Pop Mac saw his mother called. He's like, why is she calling me? Now, I know he didn't want to pick up, but he picked up. And as he picked up, you can hear he's freaking out like, what? So his mother is literally at his front door asking him to open the door. Now, we all know where Pop Mac is. The question is, who's at Pop Mac's place? Of course, his man. But wait, why did he leave his man? What if his man sleeps and wake up as a 7-year-old? I'm just saying. But the thing is, the mother heard how shocked Pop Mac is and figured that Pop Mac isn't at this condo. But she's saying that she heard noise in the house, thinking it's thieves or something like that. I'm like, what's happening? Does she not know? Does she not know? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think she knows because she's still on the phone with Pop Mac. And as soon as Solar answers the phone, I'm assuming Solar knows because he greeted her. Maybe Pop Mac showed a picture of her. But she thought Solar is actually a maintenance guy. Like what? Why would someone leave their apartment and left the maintenance guy alone in their apartment? Are you crazy? So now Pop Mac is rushing to go home with the help of Z. I'm assuming that he took a taxi or an Uber or a Grab or a bike to get to Z's place. Anyway, Z is like, why are you rushing to your place? What is wrong with you? Because Pop Mac said he's stressing out right now. And Pop Mac revealed to Z that he never told his mother about him being in a relationship. Moreover, he never told his mother that he's in a relationship with a guy. So his mother knows nothing about Solar. Nothing. I am happy and glad that these two ends up as friends, even though back then Pop Mac really envies this guy. And I'm glad that he's being open to talk to him about anything. No, not everything, but at least something that has to do with his life pertaining to Solar. So I'm glad they got close this way. So judging by how Solar is moving, he knows about the mother, and he also knows that the mother doesn't know about him. So he's trying his best to get rid of all the stuff that pertaining to him romantically, but he's not that fast. There are certain things that he forgot to remove. Partner? Hold up. So you know your son is dating. You just don't know your son is dating a guy. Okay, we're kind of up the track halfway. Okay. Like I said, there are certain things that Solar didn't got fast to remove. So the mother saw the pictures on the fridge and immediately she clocked that, oh, my son is involved with a guy. See, what I don't understand, 7 years in the relationship, 7 consecutive years in the relationship, and you're telling me none of those times you decided to call your mother and it's like, Mom, I'm dating, and the person I'm dating is a guy. None of that for 7 years? Pop Mick once said to Solar that his mother is very strict when it comes to certain things. Then we flash back to when Pop Mick is coming home with his mother, and I don't even know if this woman. This woman is an auntie, sister. I don't know who she is. But then she spot across the road a man dressed up in feminine clothes, and she started to criticize the person. But then Pop Mick is like, "Stop! Don't do that." She's like, "Oh, I'm so glad I take care of myself." No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You just stray him away. At this point, I think Bob Mick knew who he was at the time, but afraid to tell his mother. Because what you mean? The very person or the very thing that you hated is the one thing that your son became. Like, you thought you did good, but you kind of didn't. You kind of didn't. I'm assuming you only act like that in front of people, because I'm pretty sure the previews showed that you love BLs. Hold up. So you got a degree in accounting, but you never wanted to do accounting. Your mother was the one that put you in accounting, and you never wanted to become a teacher because your boyfriend is a teacher, but you were very good with music, and that's where your joy is, and your mother was the reason you didn't pursue it. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna blame her throughout the whole entire episode until I find a reason not to. But at the same time, I kind of blame you too, PubMed, because you didn't even try to stand up. Looking back at it now, you're probably looking back, you could have said something. I always see that the things that you don't want, look at it now, it's 2026. And a lot of people that look at things like, oh, it's just a mere dream, people don't make it. Look at the YouTubers. There are billionaire YouTubers nowadays. There are people making money off art that people think it's not going to work out. People actually do crochet for a living. Hell, I saw people do a competition for smoking and they got millions of dollars. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of things back then that people think is useless became useful till this day. I'm just saying it takes a while, but you just have to pursue something that you like. It does take a while for you to earn what you want to earn by the things that you love, but eventually you're gonna make it. Now, you never explained his side of what he's been through with his mother. Z, on the other hand, said ever since he knows him and sees his mother, that's not how he sees it. So to me, literally, you've been around your parents for 24/7. 24/7. So you see a lot different perspective from other people. But the thing is, they haven't been around their parents or mother for 24/7 on and off to know how strict you're talking about. Other people think of her as a kind person, but you, because you're around her a lot and she does talk to you a lot and decide things for you, you tend to see her in a different perspective than other people. Padme, front and center, please, because you said this woman is strict. From the vision that you're telling me, this is a person that is strict and does tell you everything. I don't know, because I'm with Z here. I'm not seeing what Podmek is seeing. Unless, because she has been away from her son for a while. Maybe she's learned to accept other people and change and saw a different perspective in other people's life that she started to change for Podmek. Because they haven't been living with each other for a while. So I'm trying to understand what the hell Podmek is telling all of us. Should we be concerned about her? Because after Solar introduced himself as being Podmek's partner, and she knows that Podmek has a partner, and she's like, we finally get to meet. This is like a BL series, and she's happy. And then Solar is like, would you like something to drink? Now, immediately, homegirl just acted like she was in this condo for a lot of time because she just went for the beer. She didn't take no water. She didn't take no juice, straight for the beer. And I'm wondering, should we be concerned about her? Like, is she alcoholic or something? So like I said, Podmek's mother is totally different than what Podmek described her to be. And it was this close to asking some questions. And then Podmek just burst right in with the guitar, sir. You just had to go with the guitar. You couldn't leave the guitar in G's car. Auditors at the same company. What the hell has Podmek been telling his mother? How many lies does she knows? You work at a company? Podmek. What the hell? What? This just stupid, public. You lied to your mother for so long. I'm shocked that she didn't say, "Let me see your bank account," because the money ain't adding up. Why are you affording this apartment where you should be making mad money? And secondly, because this just my brain hurting. So you're telling me the mother just lived by that lie? Some parents was like, "Oh, I'm gonna visit you at the company. I'm gonna go at the company and ask you. You lucky this woman. That is why you didn't went for a license for teaching." Makes sense, but still, that's stupid. For so long, you lied to this woman. I want to know how she's gonna find out the truth, when she's finding out the truth, and how Palmek is gonna explain to her the truth. So the mother looked at Z with the guitar and asked Z if he's still playing guitar as a hobby, then mentioned to Solar that Bob Mick used to be in a band when he was in high school playing music, but he's saying that he wasn't that good, and she's thank God that he didn't waste his time forcing it. Like, maybe it was bad because you were around him and he got tensed up and he just played the music bad. I'm trying to think in my mind, is she trying to make Pop Met look good or look bad or in between? Like, I'm confused. I love it. Solar knows when something is off with his man. I love it. There's nothing wrong with a back hug. Sometimes people need a back hug, a kiss on the cheek, a hug, a teddy bear, everything. I'm just saying, Solar got that. It's a ray of sunshine. We're definitely getting some deep talks in the corner of the house. I mean, if you want to get some deep thoughts and stuff that Palmek is holding up, Solar is definitely the one that can definitely dig that. But now that Solar is hugging Palmek, he's like, do you think that maybe what you think about your mom is definitely not what you think? Because to him, he says that Palmek's mother seems so nice and kind. But Palmek says he only fears that when Solar sleeps and he wakes up as son, his mother finds out. And also he's afraid that his mother might find out that he actually is a elementary school teacher. And also he said that the reason he is the way he is right now is because of his mother. I'm like, damn, we're getting deep. So Z told Palmek and Solar that he has to go home now. But to me, I think he should have ended that conversation by saying, I have to go home now. No, instead, homeboy continued and said, oh, I have to check the kids' homework now. While Palmek's mother is in the house. What she's going to think now? She's probably going to think, wait, you have kids? Because she can't look at him and say, what do you mean by homework? Elementary school homework? Oh, Lord, conversation going. You know what? Eventually, she'll have to learn the truth, even if it's 7 years later. So, now that Z is heading home, Palmek is asking his mother when she gonna leave. Turns out she laughed and picked up her luggage, telling him, her plan was to stay there. I'm like, what? Your plan is to stay at your son's place without giving him information that you were going to stay? And also, how is it that she not clocked that calendar saying sun, solar, and you didn't realize, what is this about? I'm guessing she's not that observant. So not only is the mother staying there, she said she's going to stay there for a couple of days. And as you can see, Palmek is not having it. He doesn't want his mother to stay anytime. But I think kind of this is her way of saying she wants to bond with her son. Because clearly you needed this. But if that's not the case, why is she here? Did she lose the house? Is she on death or something? What's happening? Sponge bath service. I'm assuming it's a group chat with Samantha's character, Palmek and Solar and Z, where they all talk about themselves and then try to help Solar and Palmek, right? But if that's not the case, like, how are you going to convince them, oh, I need your help? Technically, the only help you probably need is the fact that, Solar is going to sleep eventually and he's going to wake up as son. How are we going to do this? Shit, we're screwed. So the plan was within the sponge bath service was the idea is to get Solar out of the house before his mother finds out about son. As you can see, Solar fell asleep. And you know what happens when Solar sleeps? Son will eventually wake up. So it's now up to Palmek to make sure that but Solar or /son gets out of the house without the mother knowing. Yes, Good luck. That's all I can say, Pop Mac. Good luck. You can tell Pop Mac slash Perth was a soldier in his past life because look at all these loads. Bear in mind, Pop Mac, you have back problems. We're old. You know, the fact that you're carrying all that load, determination, man. The man loves this man to the point that he has to go through all this so his mother doesn't see him. At what time? We don't know what time this is, but Pop Mac, good luck. Susu. What are the odds that you have access to the school at this time? Well, good thing you're actually friends with the principal. Sun is up. I'm actually glad that Pop Mac managed to get him into this location without waking him up at that point in time, but he woke up in the end when we're literally at the destination. So that's cool. That's cool. I don't know what Pop Mac's gonna explain to Sun what's happening, but I'm here for it. Now, hear me out, Pop Mac. You might think you got it all covered. You printing out a business card to make your mother think that you're actually in this whole company. That's cool and all, but there's actually something wrong here. You left your mother in the house. Eventually, she's gonna find something that doesn't add up to what you say you do, and it's gonna be epic. And I'm here for it. Holy shoot. I think the mother is gonna go out to find this company that her son says he works at. And that's not good because if this shit exists and she goes into the building and asks for her son's name and it doesn't exist. Ooh. Or if this building itself doesn't exist. I don't know what Pop Mac's gonna say, but eventually we all gotta learn the truth. Oh, Pop Mac made sure he got a lookout person. Let's see how far Z can lie. This is what I want to know. He has OCD, but can he fully lie to the very person? Ooh, I'm ready. I want to know if he's going to tell a big lie because I want to know everything. And this is why we do not discuss adult stuff in front or anytime kids are around, because this is for is submitting a homework or whatever in the principal office, and he just so happens to hear Pop Mac talking to the principal about him having trouble sleeping while Son is around, and he would love that the principal will keep Son for a while so he can sort out everything that's going on. Now this boy hears this, and I'm pretty sure he's definitely thinking different things. This is why I understand what episode 7 has to do with everything. Let's continue. Not them playing the Jasper song, Take It Off. They're playing a TikTok. Let me tell you something. It's a younger generation that are all over social media these days. Okay, hear me out here. And I'm not going to blame the mother. I'm going to blame Pop Mac on this one because hear me out. So the mother, immediately when she got into Z's car, she understand how Z set his seats and how he set the car, and now she went to buy food and she put the seafood and stuff in a box, and Z's like, I'm so happy that you get to understand how I am. And I'm like, okay, so the mother knows that Z has OCD. But it's sad that she literally gets to know way more about Z personality than getting to know her own son. And this is why I blame Pop Mac, because Pop Mac never tried to sit down with his mother and talk to her. I get it. She overtalks a lot and you didn't really get a word in. And I understand. But I'm not going to blame the mother because I'm not going to say she never tried to get to know her son. I think she has. But because of how Pop Mac thinks how he was raised and think that his mother is very strict without hearing his side of anything, yeah, I don't know. Still we have a problem. So even though that Z tried to distract Pop Mac's mother to carry her somewhere to let's buy stuff to cook for Pop Mac, yeah, the mother can sense that something is off. So she still wants to go to see Pop Mac's office. I think she knows that Pop Mac doesn't have an office, but she still wants to know if the lie really stretched that far. Because, I don't know, something's off. And I think she knows. But Z out here, let's see how you work. Because, don't you have class, sir? I'm just wondering. Z literally took the mother to a random company that actually has people in it, but I don't know, it's not looking good. To make it worse, Z decided that he wants to bribe the security guard. It actually worked. Security guy must have said, hey, this was a side job. It ain't easy, Get a little money just to get whatever. Just don't cause any trouble and we're good. How much money is that, by the way? Damn, this random company that Z picked is very secure. The first part of the security was okay, but this is purely robotic. So good luck. I don't think Z can bribe this one. Also, is GMTV not going with Toyota anymore? Because this is a Honda. Oh hell, this is beyond stupid. So the machine literally lets you scan your badge, but then Z lied saying that he forgot his badge. But the mother for Pop Meg says, oh no, I brought my son's badge. When they were this close to getting caught, because the security is like, this doesn't look like a right. Homeboy slammed his foot on the brake and broke the barrier. What was the purpose? This is just stupid. Dude, just tell your mother the truth. It's best she knows it from you than finding out somewhere else. In my opinion, the truth does hurt, but it will definitely, well, not the truth does. Yeah, the truth hurts, but it will definitely take a lot of load off your chest and your shoulders and everything. It's best you just tell her now. Because she already told Z that she doesn't know much about you. Especially ever since you went to university, you distanced yourself from her. So yeah, I blame you, sir. So meanwhile, Z is having, no, not Z. Yeah, Z and Paul Meg is having a crisis. And Paul Meg is trying to solve this crisis. We have Son here being told by all his friends that Pop Meg is trying to get rid of Son. God, the misinformation. Dang, mother, you found out so fast? How'd you know? Wait, is it the sticker on Z's car that gave it away? Woman, take your own advice. And for contents, yes, it is the sticker on the car that gave it away that Z is a teacher. But she thinks that the reason he's hiding the fact that he's a teacher is because Z is afraid to tell his parents and not be afraid that the parents might be disappointed in his decision. But like, woman, aren't you using your brain? Your son and Z works at the same place. Remember, they done told you that they work at the same company. Knowing that Z is a teacher, don't you think your son is a teacher too? And yes, the reason he didn't tell you is because he's afraid that you will be disappointed too. Take your own words, ma'am. God damn, if it's not one problem, it's the other. It's like a tug of war. At one end, he has to deal with his mother, and the other end, he has to deal with his son. And they're both dragging this boy down, man. So, the principal told Pop Meg that Son ran away from school. And she also said that she talked to the students, little kids, and they said that Son actually was on his way to the condo. The boy is 7, and he already knows his directions. But when Pop Meg reached, he saw his mother cooking, but he reached before Son, and now Son is here. How do we explain it? I don't know. Well, we can't hide it anymore because homeboy calls him uncle and starts cursing auntie. Anyways, Pop Meg told his mother everything about Son and Solar, and at this point we do need beer because this information is a lot to take in. I'm not sure if he mentioned him being a teacher, but hey, at least you got what you wished for, ma'am. You said you wanted to know more about your son, so here we are. Oh, shoot. This is not good. I don't think Pop mentioned in the conversation about Son reverting to Solar and Solar to Son that he is a teacher to his mother. But thanks, Son. Thanks for making this conversation faster. But I don't think Pop told his mother that he's a teacher. Hell no. What you mean quit? So you found out that your son is a teacher and you're telling him to quit? What about what you were saying to Z when he talked about, you're probably shame if your parents find out, but you have to tell them how you really feel and all that shit. You can't even, what are you talking about? And then those words just immediately vanished, and then you looked at your own son and tells him to quit, but yet you're giving good advices for someone else? Woman, I'm upset now. I'm upset. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally seeing the strict version of what Pop Meg is telling people, because clearly she's definitely hiding something, but she needs to stop. She's being rough with Pop Meg But she doesn't know that Solar has a trauma right now. Anything that has to do with violence, he reverts to thinking about when he was little, when his mother and father fought. So please stop. Hear me out. There's nothing wrong with wanting your children to have a good future, but you forcing them to do something that you feel is right but they don't want is wrong. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be miserable in a field where they don't want to be, but you're going to be happy just seeing them miserable. Of course, they're not going to show you they're miserable. What are you talking about? I get it. You want your son to have a good future, but you forcing him into something that he doesn't want to do. What do you think is going to happen? Why do you think he went far away from you? Why do you think he chose a university as far away from you? Why do you think he has a condo far away from you? You still have access to getting to these places, but he doesn't want to be around you because you're too controlling. You're too forcing. You do everything. So, son, remember in the first episode when you said uncle was trying to kidnap you? Yeah, this is now. He's kidnapping you. Joking. La lang, la lang. But still, this is not good because Pobmek is in a very not so good state and he is speeding with a little one in the... Well, not little one. He's speeding with a 7-year-old. That's not good. I do feel for Pobmek because the only happy moment he has was music, and even that his mother took away from him. Dude, be honest. What is it that you want from your child? Because he's a teacher. You want him to quit. He did music. You want him to quit. Like, what exactly do you want from him in life? Like, how is it this? I don't get it. Z and him do the same thing. And yet you're out here giving good advice to Z. And everybody thinks that you're a nice mother. When behind closed doors, you're treating him the complete opposite. You're treating your son completely opposite. Like, how does that make sense? Make it make sense. Like, how is this even? I don't get it. Is it what? Are you one of those parents? It's his life. It's great, but behind closed doors, I don't want you to be like these people. I don't want you to be going out like that or doing this and doing that, but yet you're praising the very thing that you hate. Make it make sense, woman. Makes me wonder, are you even happy with Sun and Solar, or Solar with your own son? Talking about, it's a BL series. Are you even happy? Make me answer that question. Is the fact that your mother is looking at you pissed as hell and yet you're still playing the guitar and the music's still going? He's trying to stand his ground. He is. I want to know why his mother so fixated or hated the fact that what Pobmek picks. Music she doesn't like. Being a teacher she doesn't like. Like, did her past relationship have something to do with it or something? Is his father in those things and he cheated on her or something, and he now... I don't know, because sometimes children take on some dream job that's beyond the parents and they hated it, or it's just I don't know. Well, not just music. His happy place is with Solar. Hold up. Solar went back to his body. He didn't sleep. He just reverted to Solar. Bear in mind, Pobmek was just angrily playing the guitar. So that's why Solar and Sun always cries. It's not the music. It's the emotions in the music. Okay, I'm confused. Because when Pobmek was angrily playing the guitar, Solar came for like just a couple seconds to pat his head. And then when he calmly played the guitar, we went back to Sun. What's happening? So Pobmek finally played the guitar and excited because he can finally play the guitar and he's not scared anymore. He played the tune very well, but he got excited, got into the road, and there's a car. Please don't let him get hit. Please don't let him get hit. Please don't let him get hit by the car, please. So Pobmek did get hit by the car. He's at the hospital. The hospital called his mother. The mother came here, like mother like son, because she thinks this person is her son. So he didn't get hit by the car. He's only here to fix his finger. He cut himself while he was aggressively playing the guitar. Let me tell you something. The guitar string is nothing to play with. They can cut you. Well, thank God he's okay. The guitar, on the other hand, is crushed. It didn't survive. So the mother is like, so you're playing the guitar again? And he's like, I just started. He then tells his mother that the reason he's just started is because it's the only thing that can actually bring Solar back the fastest way without him sleeping and then wake up the next day. Also, he also tells his mother that if he could just ask for her to be more kinder to him with his decision in life, both music and being a teacher. Because it's not fair that you talk to Z so nicely and your own son, ma'am, that is bad. Pop Mac is one mature 7-year-old, not Solar sneaking his mother in to see how he is when he teaches. Not bad. I'm not crying, you are. I'm guessing the mother gave him this guitar to make up for the one that crushed. And we might be getting the beach scene soon. Pop Mac's mother sees how happy her son is with Solar. And she asks a good question. What if Solar doesn't recover? Is he gonna be living this life forever, doubling down with both Sun and Solar? I mean, he is going great so far, but I mean, is he gonna get his body back? What are we gonna do when we do recover Solar? Will he remember everything that happens as when he was 7 years old? What do we need to do? Do we need to go to Solar's father so we can recover something? See, this is the mother that Pop might need. It's late, but it's better late than never. So Pop Mac's mother asked him to play the music that will put Solar to sleep, but Pop Mac said he doesn't remember the music. So he's gonna play the song that he said he remembers when he was in the band. While he's doing that, the mother filmed it, sent it to Solar, Solar sent it to his mother. But why doesn't she look so happy? Man, these parents are hiding a lot of things from their children. Every kiss begins with K. You know, if we looked at it in reality's perspective, Pop Mac could have mistaken Solar for Sun, like one out of those days. He could have, in reality. But I mean, this is a show. We know who is who.